I wanted an opportunity to discuss this morning's incident that affected our blue line, our green line, and our orange lines. And I want the public to know that we apologize for the inconvenience to their travel this morning. I know how disruptive that was to them, but I wanted this opportunity to walk through the situation and the response, and then I'll take some questions. With me here today is Ryan Caholen, the MBTA's Chief Operating Officer. Ryan was instrumental in the response to the incident, and he has been instrumental in helping us rebuild the T to improve service as we continue to move forward. So this morning at approximately 6:50 a.m., the substation at North Station lost power. After that occurred, that was the AC power that powers our signals, power our station lighting, and it affected as I said, the green line, orange line, and blue lines. The power, as a result, affected our signals, and because of that, trains were held immediately following that loss of power for approximately 15 minutes to 30 minutes. That's for safety, to ensure, until we had awareness of the trains and the locations, that we do not put any of our riders or our employees at harm's way. What we did immediately following that, aside from sending emergency power folks to North Station substation, was to have all of our crews go out to different areas where the trains were being held, and we took manual control of train operations. And that means by placing hundreds of workers across our system in the affected areas, we're able to move trains manually. And obviously that is a more, it's a safe way to be able to move the trains, but it also is one that did result in some delays to how the trains and the headways between the trains. That's why people experience longer waits for their trains this morning. As a result of the investigation with the crews at the substation, we did identify that the cause of this morning's incident was one of 7 main feeder cables to that substation. That one main feed, however, because of that one feeder cable that failed, it affected the other 6 feeder cables. And as a safe fail operation, to ensure that there's nothing more significant happening, all of the circuit breakers tripped to ensure safety. And that's why we had impacts across the 3 different lines. As part of the investigation, we also did identify that the failure occurred outside of the MBTA's internal infrastructure. Right now, the crews are investigating what possibly could have caused the failure on the feeder cable. That still remains to be seen, and we'll have more information on that when it is available. As far as the response, I mentioned how we were able to get service moving. That's important from a perspective that we are still trying to provide service, knowing that people do rely on us. And at the same time, we were investigating how to restore power safely. Since it was one of 7 feeder cables, the team had to isolate which cable was the cause, and then before restoring power, systematically restore power in a safe manner so as not to create any additional surges or impacts by restoring power too quickly. That's why the incident, from the beginning of the incident to the end, took approximately 2 hours. And that is something that I'm really proud of the team in terms of being able to provide the limited service we did, given the impacts that this one feeder cable caused. I'm proud of the team that we were able to ensure that there were no incidents with regards to any riders or our employees. And now that we are running service again, we're going to continue to investigate the cause of that feeder cable failure.